Immediately into spikes. Like a jerk. I didn't even pick up the crest the first time. Okay, let's not just rush straight ahead into an area that I don't know what I'm doing. She doesn't have anything to say once you pick up the crest. But now I have the best movement option in the game. Blow up those barrels to get through that door. Make sure you break that wall to find an ivory bug. Oh man, it's almost like I've done this a dozen times. This is another cozy, just like run through it real quick sort of games. Get your speed run on. Get your casual speed run on, I should say. And we got the Cinder Key over here. What that could be used for, I'm not entirely sure. In fact, I do know, but, you know, there's a reason I go through the game in this specific order. It involves minimal backtracking. I'm not going to say no backtracking, because that would be just ridiculous. We get everywhere we need to be? Yes. Now, I don't need to go and talk to Bug Guy. He's got nothing worth buying anymore. That Ring of Candor maybe would be useful to have if I didn't already know where all the secrets are. You cannot dash through those spike balls, unfortunately. Yep. So we just gotta wait for some Sonic 1 action. But there is an ivory bug up there, because that's rude and disgusting. I would have preferred an X-ray scope rather than a chime, and that's why we needed the Cinder Key before I came over here. Just makes good sense to do the loop in this direction anyways. We see what those guys do. They have several different attacks. None of them are particularly threatening. I still managed to get hit by that one, because I'm a genius. The best that ever did it. Please and thank you. Enemies also do die instantly on spikes, as we saw with that grinding money room. Because these guys do technically get left alone, you can kill them. They just take forever. And they drop 1 or 2 monies. And that thing that we shut off makes, ow, those stop, but they still hurt if you jump into them. Ah, there we are. Now we can run all the way around. Now, instead of exploring in the wrong direction and continuing over this way, because spoilers, we're gonna be locked off from that direction. Yeah, unfortunately, this is not a very... Like, you'll notice, the first part of this Metroidvania was go all the way from left to all the way to the right. We have a little bit of an explorable area down here, but it is really just like 2 self-contained, like, little swoop-de-loops. Let's not have the arrows happen over here and get the ivory bug that was up there. Like, it's not a particularly interconnected Metroidvania. It doesn't have a lot of shortcut porn, as is the standard. And also, there's lots of these, like, vertical hallways that you just... It's a waste of our time. I mean, what would I have preferred? Like an enemy gauntlet to climb through up there? No, I'm good. I'm all good. Thank you very much. But what it lacks in necessarily, like, intricate, interconnected world design, it makes up for in all of its... Ah, that dog eye. I'll never see it because it's such a lighter shade. Yeah, and you can just dash through enemies too, which is nice. Unfortunately, you still roll on the ground. I would have liked it if it just replaced your roll with a dash. C'est la vie. Yeah, what it lacks in the actual level design, it still makes it for a pretty, like, fun arcadey experience. And we are going all the way back here. Back to where we met Kath. Because we can hold our breath indefinitely. Oh yeah, treasure chests get opened with arrows. That one is a joke treasure chest, which only has 1 money in it. Which is rude. Did it pop up the area name? No. In fact, it popped up a cutscene name. Hello, hello, hello. Finally out of that cell. I should be safe here. This place seems completely abandoned. Now, which way is the forest again? Dunk. Huh? What's with those clothes? Who are you? Identify yourself, now. Priestess? Okay, then. So, we are mute. Or rather, we don't have any dialogue written for us. But other characters completely understand, like, our long explanations that we have. And it's a weird writing style. Okay, then. Here's a friendly warning. You won't find safety in this region anymore. According to Heresy, the Queen summoned a storm of disease from her castle, one that's spreading throughout the world. Look, you don't seem like a bad person. Please run away from here and save yourself while you can. And that's just a repeat. You got nothing for me. Okie dokie. Bye-bye. Now, we know that there's not a way back up there. The only way up is through here. Which she clearly didn't do. But yes, now we have made it to the subterranean grave. Oh boy, I do love a good crypt. With floating maid-staffed cat girls. As you do. What you got? How can I help you? A clarity shard, which increases the visibility in dark areas, and a necklace of sacrifice, which does what the tainted missive does when you're on low health. Why though? When I can just tainted missive? Oh yes, and even though it says that we can get through this wall, it's bricked off. Nothing doing. Nothing to do about that. Oh hey, it's our buddy. Hey, Kaho. Help me out somehow. Hey, Kaho. Help me somehow. And this guy. Please, you must find a way to get me out of this cell. Some sort of spell is spreading from the kingdom to the lands of the west, home of my people. Please don't leave me here alone. I will try and get you guys out of your cells. Don't you worry about it. Looks like there's some nonsense up top there that will be useful. And that's where all the money was. That's your first invisible wall you're likely to find, I should say. Like, it's very clearly clued there's an invisible wall there. Hey, we got you out. I forget your name. I was imprisoned here and feared all my hope was lost. Now I can resume my search for my wife. We both died long ago, yet it seems the dead have crossed the border towards this world. Ah, that explains why you're a skeleton. Like, you are actually a skeleton. There's much left untold. I plan to reunite with her and escape this forsaken city. I see you are still in one piece. What kind of attire you use. It's not something from this land, am I correct? Blah! No matter. In this state of decay, none of us should be idling carelessly. I'll be around. Take care. Sorry, bud, I couldn't get your gate open. Well, I'll be back for you. Do you got anything else to say to me? The township's past prosperity and glory are long gone, it seems. In this time of need, people who won't fight and people who won't pray. Whatever is left won't remain for much longer. Great, love that. You're a bundle of sunshine there, bud. I found the spike room. Here it is. We want to go up top here. Hey, there's a bell on that screen, as you can see. Bell's broken. This place sucks. I can't even get up here. Oh, yes, I can get up here. There is nothing to do up here. Ow. Ah, dang it, I got poisoned. I'm allergic to poison. At least it drops a lot of money. And it also causes that cat girl to spawn in. Rude. I love that water effect of when you're falling into the water. Like, you can see everything. Enemies are reflected, the attack projectiles are reflected. Ow. No, we're gonna play with this water effect for a minute, just so I can show stuff off. I don't care that I just got hurt a bunch. Like, you can also see that it looks like this wall is solid going all the way down. There's something that you can stand on here. But get in under the water, and the little light that you have shows that there is a wall there that you can get through. It's just, I love the look of the water effects in this game. Even if it does make no sense that we can breathe infinitely. You know what? I would rather take breathing infinitely in water than the stupid Sonic dun 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 timer. And our dash makes us move faster in water too, which is another reason I go and get that first before coming here. You got the garden key. Sorry, I was getting a little sniffly there. I hate being sniffly. Now, unfortunately, you have to wait for the dash to, like, recharge the little flash that you have. So you can't just be air dashing constantly. Wow! I touched the side of a spike and died. Welcome to you died, idiot. Let's do all that again, I guess. Oh man, I didn't even need to go and free what's his nuts. Give me the money. Let's talk to you just in case that's a trigger. Fun fact, if you don't talk to him at the start of the gate there, he won't actually get captured down in here. There is no way to speed through dialogue, unfortunately. We almost made it back to where we needed to be. Oh, and I didn't even go over here. Man, that's... underwater spikes, you hate to see it every time. Hate being cursed. Stun lock the enemies by going quickly. I don't have anything more to talk about now that I'm just redoing the steps. Yeah, I don't know. I could do without games that have instant death spikes. Like, at least in Hollow Knight, the spikes just are like knockback, right? Like they do damage, they knock you back, or they reset you to your last like safe position. But I want to say it's Blasphemous is the other like Dark Souls, Castlevania, Metroidvania style game that I tried to get into, and it just has too many instant death spikes, and it is not that fun. I'm not looking for precision platforming like that. And I touched the side of a spike, like on the wall. Like, I get it if you fall into a pit, but come on. That should just be massive damage if you want. But I was full health, everything was fine, and grumble, grumble, grumble. There's occasionally a cool thing in this room that didn't spawn this time, so that's rude. It's rude that I don't get to see that. Maybe it'll be there when we backtrack once we have Morph Ball to get that shiny that was in that hole. I even showed off that those guys can swing their, like, lantern at you. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Yeah, you hurt when you do that. Also, some of them will drop fire when they're dead. Hey! I made that first cycle. I don't want to fight you. There's nothing here. This room sucks. Except there's a secret in the wall which gets you health. Goody! I don't actually know if health shows, like, how many health fragments you have show up in your key items list. I should check that in a moment and see if I need to be reading any other of these key item nonsensories. And this loops us back to that wall that we can't get through, where there's a guy throwing bombs who was able to blow open that wall, which is very handy to have. Did I read this sign? No, this sign is not readable. Ow. You would, wouldn't you? I'm not taking that. I'm sorry. I'm not taking that cheap hit. Okay, well, you know what? I am taking that cheap hit, it turns out. That one can't. Not much. I'm not wasting your time like that again. Instead of running away, kill this cat girl. It's very important. And then don't mind me switching to the item that makes me stronger when I'm in a, you know, when I'm about to face a boss. I want to say that that blow-upable wall is like the only instance of shortcut porn that we have. This boss fight is very tedious and not particularly interesting, but it will be the one that I'm going to show off the never getting hit on. As long as I avoid his giant laser. And duck, he will never be able to hit me with his normal laser. He also can't reach me with his bite attack. Now, standing next to him does hurt, believe it or not. So, unlike the centipede boss, you want to just camp in the corner. And whenever he starts having the little, like, red waves, where are you coming from? Oh, I almost got hit there, because normally I kill you faster. Oh, dang it. Shoot your big thing. I might be able to get you this way. There we go. Technically, I beat you without being hit, and you did technically drop an item. Got the sparse thread. We'll read items in just a moment. So I'm about to get another crest fragment. Its essence grants you the ability to charge arrows faster. Okay, now we have items to read. Frida, deemed worthless, was thrown to the tombs underneath the capital. It's hardly possible to tell if it ever took the form of a human or of something else. Weird. And what does this do? Cast a powerful burst of energy. What do you... Ooh, I got a kabong. Neat. I got 2 kabongs now. I don't particularly care about that. And then, fairies tier we read, the red ring. Ring made of blood, possessing the ability to drain the remnants of fallen enemies. Key item. Monastery key. Opens the door to the upper floor of the Elson Covenant. The Covenant and its annexes had been abandoned once they fell to the Queen's uncontrollable dark sorcery. A fraction of an emblem representing the current Karstian regime. 4 parts are needed to access the area leading to the castle's gates. And the Cinder Key, used to lock the doors of the Cinder Chambers, an annex of the Elson Covenant. Sorry, not Covenant, Convent. The chambers, once a storage for censors, were partially burned and locked to prevent further casualties. And the Garden Key, a key covered in moss. It contains an inscription of Karstian script, although barely readable. And another Karstian regime, and there we go. Alrighty. Now we're good to go. We have looped this area. Yeah, that blow-upable wall is like the only instance of like a missable shortcut that really saves you a lot of time. Otherwise, you'd have to backtrack that entire area to get out. Which is rude.